You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome, fellow technophiles, to this exploration of all things artificial intelligence. On The Vocal Technologist, we're trying to cut straight through the buzzwords and headlines, because frankly, what's really happening behind the curtain right now is, well, it's fascinating and often pretty contradictory. We've got some sources here to help us figure it out.
It really is an incredible moment, isn't it? You've got just rapid innovation, some frankly dizzying investment numbers, and some really deep policy questions coming up. So today, we'll unpack that market excitement, some big government moves, and honestly, some mind-bending technical steps forward.
Right. And our mission for you listening is basically to boil down the key challenges and breakthroughs, give you that crucial understanding of where the AI world is right now. Okay, so let's dive into the money first. That's often where the real story starts, Palantir, for instance, their stock more than doubled this year.
Yeah.
Vaulting them into the top 20 most valuable U.S. companies. We're talking a $375 billion market cap.
Which is huge.
They've blown past giants like Home Depot, Procter & Gamble.
And what's really fascinating there, I think, is why it seems largely fueled by their AI segment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also stronger ties with the U.S. government. They saw something like a 45% revenue bump from that government business alone. But, and this is a big but, it's valued at, get this, 273 times forward earnings.
Whoa.
I mean, investors are betting really heavily on massive future profit growth that just dwarfs current income. It definitely makes you wonder about sustainability, given their revenue is still quite small compared to others in that top 20 list.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting, maybe even a bit perplexing. Despite that kind of valuation, we're actually seeing some investors pulling back from the wider AI space.
Right.
Last year, you had, $104.3 billion pour into AI startups, but the cash outs reported only $36 billion?
Yeah, it's like everyone showed up to the party with cash, but nobody's actually collecting their winnings yet, so to speak. And this gap, this disparity, it has some big players. Think Microsoft kind of signaling caution. They're pulling back from certain investments. You hear hints of AI bubble concerns.
Sure.
And yet, despite all those worries, overall AI funding just keeps surging. You see these massive investments going into foundational companies like OpenAI, like Scale AI. So the picture's complex, isn't it? It's sort of a market split. Foundational AI gets huge, confident money, but the broader startup scene, definitely signs of investor caution, maybe some bubble anxiety. Very selective, high stakes.
Okay, so that's the market's wild ride. Let's shift gears then. Let's talk policy, the political side, because policymakers seem to be scrambling to keep up.
They really are.
You had former President Trump recently scrapping President Biden's AI safety rules, the stated aim being to let markets, quote, win the AI race.
Yeah, and if you look at the bigger picture there, the new blueprint's about 28 pages. It generally backs open source AI, it cuts some regulation, but still keeps technical standards. Now, on the surface, that could be good for, say, researchers who need access to tools. But the big question is it practical? Stanford's HAI, the Human-Centered AI Institute, they pointed out the plan has like 103 actions, but they're vague. No deadlines, no funding specified. And for a third of them, it doesn't even say who's responsible for doing it.
Ideal.
Not ideal at all. This lack of detail could mean even good ideas, things like regulatory sandboxes, where companies can test tech under relaxed rules. They might struggle to actually happen. So you end up with this tension, right, between wanting deregulation to win the race and having no real practical plan to manage risks or even implement the ideas effectively.
And maybe most critically, you mentioned risks. The plan seems focused on tracking job losses, which is important, sure, but it appears to ignore other major concerns, things like AI-driven fraud or discrimination.
Exactly. Those seem sidelined for now.
Okay, so market churn, policy shifts.
Yeah.
It's easy to get lost in that. Let's pivot back to the tech itself. What can AI actually do right now? Because our sources highlight something pretty stunning from OpenAI.
Oh, yeah. This was amazing. Their latest experimental reasoning model, and it's not even out publicly yet, it solved 5 out of 6 problems on the 2025 International Math Olympiad. Scored 35 out of 42 points.
Wow. That's gold medal territory, isn't it?
It absolutely is a gold medal performance. And this shows a huge leap in AI's reasoning capability. And it's not just math, right? We're seeing similar jumps in areas like advanced science, discovering new materials or drugs, and also in creative generation, music, art,
So the takeaway is that AI's ability to handle really complex problems and even create things, it's just advancing incredibly fast across lots of different fields.
Astonishingly fast, yeah.
So wrapping this up then, what does all this mean for you, the listener? We've seen this sector with, frankly, dizzying valuations, but also real investor caution. A policy landscape that's eager for innovation, but maybe lacking in the practical details.
Yeah, the follow-through.
And AI systems achieving things that just a few years ago honestly seemed like science fiction. We've sort of shown how ambition, caution, and pure genius are all colliding right now.
The forces involved are just immense. You've got government strategy, market feelings, pure technical breakthroughs. Understanding how these dynamics interact, it's not just an academic thing. It's crucial because AI is rapidly redefining our world and your place in it.
We hope we've given you some powerful insights today on the vocal technologists. What really stands out to you from this snapshot of the AI world? Maybe think about how these contrasting forces, the hype, the pullback, the rules, the breakthroughs, how they might shape the future of technology, of society, and maybe how you might navigate it all. Thanks for joining us for this discussion.
Spoken Tech for your ears.